see it. She didn't even show it to me.
And has anyone ever been locked in that room?
No.
That's punishment?
No.
You know what Blue Star is?
No.
You ever seen CSI shows where they have like a spray on blood, they call it luminol, and it lights up with blood? I've never seen a little bit of that one, look at the floor on that one.
Okay.
This is a better picture, this is a floor with the door closed.
Okay.
So why would there be blood there?
Alright.
Or a monkey. It's primate or human.
I mean, I have animals.
But it's not blood, they won't react to animals. So this is the couch that Jamari slept on?
Yes.
See the blood stains?
Wait, yeah.
Okay. And then this is your bathtub upstairs in the master.
Yes.
Okay. Is Seven by her again? And just so you know, she had a laceration behind her ear that was looked like it was caused by a dog bite. So across her head, she had a bite mark here and a birth mark here where he grabbed her across the back of her head. When that incident occurred, they said it was you and Jamari in that room. Seven by her.
Not that I know of.
Detectives describe a sprained ankle, burns, dog bites, deep pinch marks, broken teeth, and multiple rooms found with blood stains, most that Tyshell denies even knowing about. Now, detectives press Tyshell about the home security system that mysteriously is missing videos from around the child's death.
The home security system you guys had, who had access to that? On their cell phones.
Me,
She was supposed to cook some more dominoes. I know she got that big four over there.
a lot of stuff that was going on.
I knew it.
Did you know he was having an affair?
Yeah, she did.
And that while you were in Miami on your way back up, and he had your car, and he was cleaning it, that he was meeting with this girl,
Hey.
and is basically having a child with him? No idea. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what caused this animosity, what caused this fight.
Come on, baby.
The fact that I wasn't having sex with him, and if you go through my phone,
Right.
you would see the history of that all the time. But he was trying to do evil stuff to me a lot. So it's like I couldn't do nothing but try to stay home and protect the kids. You know.
Detectives reveal Tyshell's boyfriend
She
is
lied.
involved in an alleged affair before revealing some disturbing photos and questioning her possible motives.
It's kind of curious because you say that, you know, wherever she messes up, she'll get pinched, but then she's flashing a boy on the boat, and now her nipples are missing.
Well, when that was after the fact.
I apologize for the gruesomeness of it. I've had to stare at it for 2 months. Look at her nipples.
I didn't see that.
No, I'm not asking if you saw it. I'm asking if you knew about it. If you did it.
No, I didn't do that.
Do you see all the marks all over her body?
Yes.
Her autopsy report is over 26 pages long because they have to identify all these marks. And a lot of these marks on her body are pinch marks.
Let's get that out the way.
I didn't pinch her that many times.
Yeah, I want to.
Does it look familiar to you?
Come on.
What you mean?
Come on, man.
Is that Jamari?
Yes.
You can keep going. These are stills taken from your video camera in your house. What happened? Something happened because that's not the way that you normally act. I've talked to people. You were a good mom. You helped other parents with their kids. You did their hair. What happened?
Bitch.
That day,
We all make mistakes.
I don't know if that was the moment that they came to me saying that she was
Hello, people.
punching the pillow or what that moment was about. I can't remember.
What was going through your head?
What was probably going through my head was that
Crumbing.
probably like I'm tired of talking to you. Listen, do what you're supposed to do. A lot of times I just felt like I was the one protecting her, for her to turn around and not listen to me when I'm the one keeping you protected from your dad. So I did have moments that I did react to being tired of her not listening to me.
Tyshell begins to open up to detectives when they reveal they know way more than they're letting on.
Well, and there's another video too of her running in place. You had her running in place, and then for whatever reason, you kick her from behind. She trips over the bag of dog food. That's when she sprained her ankle. I mean, that's because the next video with her in it, she's wearing an ankle wrap.
Damn, girl.
It fits. There's no video of her wandering through the downstairs living room, tripping over a bag of dog food. There's a video of her proceeding wearing a wrap on her foot, of her running in place and you kicking her and her falling over a bag of dog food. So it's kind of like a half truth, and then that's.
Damn, my ass up,
She sprung her ankle at that time. I did not know that it was
That's fine, but I'm telling you, she kicked her over a bag of dog food, and she may have sprained her ankle at that time, right? But there's no video of her wandering around the room. I mean, I will tell you this, that your cameras are top notch. We got 2,820 videos that I had to go through. And it captured a lot inside your home.
Investigators tell the murder suspect they've obtained thousands of videos caught by the home security system, causing Tyshell's stories to quickly unravel.
It's nothing that I did physically that could have caused her. That's just, I know what he told me, so that's what, I was leaning more towards, but,
What who told you?
well, not me, but told her. He, basically letting her know that he was gonna kill her. So, I didn't know if that was a scare tactic or what, but, honestly.
So what do you think the one
That could
did?
have caused her to die.
What do you think the one did?
I don't know.
Well, you see the marks on her.
Right.
Who caused those marks? You, Juan, someone else?
I feel like
Everyone?
one did.
You feel like he did, or you know he did?
The only other people it could be is my kids, and I know they didn't do that.
Damn, girl.
I hope that you're not trying to protect someone, because I find it hard to
I got beat 2 games in a row.
that you as a mother, stepmother, or whatever you consider yourself, a caretaker. Do you consider yourself a caretaker of Jamaria, at least?
Her mom.
Her mom, okay.
Tyshell says she describes herself as Jamaria's mom, but as detectives continue detailing the alleged abuse, the 34-year-old, who's not the child's biological parent, appears anything but motherly.
I honestly can't say what all he did to her because, like I said, I walked away from it. Um,
But will you at least admit to me that you saw those marks on her body? I just can't believe that you didn't.
the marks of
Those marks that you just saw in that picture, yeah.
yeah, I did. I didn't see the reaction from the pinch, no, but I did pinch her.
What about her face? Are you aware that her face was swollen? She'd been hit or suffered some kind of injury to her head where it caused her face to swell up? Do you know about that?
No.
No.
I mean, when I saw her, I just thought.
Come on here.
16th.
I ain't losing no more.
Do you know about it?
I lost 2 in a row. I ain't losing no more.
Text you and says, hey, maybe we should reschedule this flight. Let us slowly go down on her head or face. Text you that. Deny I saw it?
Did I respond?
Yes. There was a whole conversation. Okay. Were you telling the dog to bite her? Because that's what it sounds like in the video. You're holding the dog back with the leash. I'm going to let you get her. I'm going to let you get her.
No. I probably use it as a scare tactic or something like, go, but nothing. No. Heck no.
Okay. So how did she have the puncture behind her ear?
I didn't see. I'm not aware of that. I didn't know anything about
I mean, she did. She got a puncture from behind her ear and across the side of her face was like a big dog bite. And so it was a big dog.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Is there anything else you think we should know that we didn't ask you?
I mean, I just want to say I didn't cause her death. I didn't kill her. I didn't murder her. I didn't do none of that.
But you never asked the whole interview how she died.
Because when I have, everyone just don't tell me anything.
But you haven't asked.
I asked her.
So
I was saying, like, I didn't know how she passed away and stuff.
So she died from her injuries. So it's kind of like how it's kind of like death by 1,000 cuts. You ever heard of that? You get a little paper cut and it doesn't kill you, right? You get a lot of them. So then now your immune system's jacked up because it has to fix these things. It requires energy from your body, so you break down muscle, which breaks down proteins that go in your kidney. It's a whole thing, right? And then she has all these injuries that are staggered historically long. So she's been whipped, she's been pinched, she's been punched, teeth broken, bit in the back of the head by a dog, possibly. She has all these injuries that her little body is trying to fix, right? All at one time, and it's a lot. And then she's not given nutrition. She's not given proper amounts of water. She's not given proper amounts of food. We know this because during the autopsy, we empty their stomachs, we check their bladders. I know what color her urine is. Her urine looked like coffee. She had so little fluids in her body that we barely didn't get enough blood because her body didn't have enough hydration. So we know she was dehydrated, we know she wasn't fed, and we know she has all these injuries that she's trying to recover from.
I fed every day on the cruise, every day since we.
But here's what happens. When your body can't get food, it breaks down muscle. So I tell you not to starve yourself because you lose all your muscle mass. So your body breaks down this muscle to try to repair itself. The problem is a lot of protein goes in the kidneys. Kidneys aren't built for that. They shut down. And then she dies. So literally preventable from one, not hitting the child like that, not making her exercise like that, not pinching her like that, not having her teeth broke, not having her dog bit, but hydration. The child died because she wasn't given water. Enough water. That's why she died.
And from her injury.
But I did. I mean, like, there's no. She's never been deprived of no food. Like, everyone has full access to everything in the house.
2,824 videos. I know that number because I've watched every one of them more than once.
Okay.
I rarely, if ever, I see Luan, I see you, I see everybody getting food.
Well, not me.
You get food.
I don't eat, trust me.
You don't eat often, but you eat more than Jamari did.
No. Listen. Jamaria moved into our house eating cereal and noodles. She lost a lot of weight because she told us, because we had meals, she told us that's not what she wants to eat. Dad told her she has to eat those meals that is served to her. So Jamaria lost
Tyshell takes an interesting approach by claiming to use, quote, scare tactics and aiming to blame the child for her lack of nutrition. But investigators aren't exactly buying it and continue questioning her.
Can't get out
You
the
said she was in the corner so long she peed herself.
That was on the ship, sir.
But that's my point, is that her mindset, she's 9 years old, she's not an adult. She's so scared of you and Luan that she would stand in the corner and piss herself.
Well, she told me that she did that because he told her she couldn't leave out the time out for anything.
She's so scared. Her dad's a million miles away in her mind. She's out in the ocean. She's in another country. Dad's so far away.
And
That's mental abuse. She's so programmed and so scared of both of you that she will do whatever it takes.
I don't think she was scared.
I saw the videos.
Even when I disciplined her, she would let me know. She was like, Mom, I understood what I did, etc., whatever.
Most abused kids do. You know why? Because they don't want it to happen again.
Right.
They will tell you what you want to hear. I'll be your best friend. Don't hit me again.
Right.
She didn't mean it.
I can honestly say I didn't abuse her. I mean,
What is that?
I wouldn't let her dad deal with her. I probably had times where,
What is this?
like that, I would say.
That's abuse. Is that not abuse?
There were times where I did, get overwhelmed. But that was not, I've never left a bruise
Play then.
on her. Like,
Get your play on. Get your play on. Get your play on.
Those aren't bruises. Those are cuts
Domino.
from a nail going in. There are some bruises where somebody grabbed her by the arm and dug their nails in and kind of probably pulled her up the stairs or something. But there's a lot of those are actual pinch marks from your fingernails.
okay, well, I didn't cause all those bruises. And I didn't know that, well, cuts. I've never seen any bruises on her from me disciplining her.
You didn't see those cut marks from the pinch?
Yeah, the ones on her arm.
That's all you saw?
So we're going to leave here today with the story of you did all this, you've never abused her, and you only caused the small fraction of the ones on her arm. That's the story you want to leave with, that you want to take to court and say, here, this is my story. I didn't abuse her. The video was me, but I didn't abuse her, and only the pinch marks on her arm for me. The rest of them are from the lawn, which wasn't there at that house since the 13th. And a lot of these wounds are fresh. But your area wasn't me. You're alone with this child.
She was not back. I was sick.
Damn.
In bed.
I bet. And you're probably pissed that she won't let you get some sleep.
I would
Ooh.
never kill her. I would never deprive her of food or any of that. Drink, nothing. I just honestly feel like, I don't know. I honestly feel like, knowing all of this, I just honestly feel like it's a setup. You know, like, he's never left the house. He's never left the house. He's never, ever, 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 ever.
By who? Luan?
Yeah.
Then why are you trying to protect him by saying I didn't see any of those marks on her, if that's true?
Damn.
The marks that I saw on her from when we flipped her over, I kind of possibly felt like it came from the pinch marks
By who?
when I pinched her. So,
But it goes back to her point. I feel like you're literally taking the fall for Luan. Because if you say Luan was there on the 15th, tell me how to prove it, and I'll prove it.
And you either did all of that, or you know who did all or some of that.
Next, Tyshell reveals an alleged motive behind her previous stories.
right now, he's threatening me with, like, my children, with, like, him
She lying. She knows
that,
she lying.
I doesn't want her to be, etc. Of course, I don't want my child with his mom, etc., because they do witchcraft. So right now, a lot of this has been to basically be on his side so my children aren't ending up places where I don't want them to be.
You heard that right. Tyshell explained she was threatened with the possibility of her children being sent to Lawan's mother, who she says practices witchcraft. Now, Tyshell gets a chance to detail the alleged abuse by Jamaria's father. Let's see what she has to say.
I don't know.
Did you ever hear her say that she was thirsty while she was doing all these exercises? Is that one of the stupid things she would say to Lauren? She needed to drink water.
I'm not sure, but I always gave her water.
Did
She have told him that she have to use the bathroom
This should be
and
cute.
that she is thirsty.
She
but
better get all them
he told
dominoes.
her, she can wait till she's done.
Get all them dominoes.
He'll just tell her.
I gotta see what I'm gonna play next.
the bathroom and water? Either one?
You as far as the bathroom, piss.
She's
wait.
got all them dominoes.
And so she did, and then she would get in trouble for it.
I never, like, I would hear him tell her that, but I never saw her actually piss on the floor or whatever. But I do know one day when I walked in, he was like, she pissed on my shoe. He was like, this mother pissed on my shoe. And when I saw her, she was, like, bent
Yeah,
down
look.
on
That's
the
a
couch,
game.
balled up on the couch. Like she had just got a whooping or something.
Tyshell does her best to redirect the blame, but detectives believe they have their prime suspect in their sights and reveal the hard truth.
And what do you say I'm being charged with?
Premeditated murder, first degree, which is the top. And then there's aggravated child abuse. And then,
why am I being charged with premeditated murder?
well, because some of the statements that you made while you were attacking Jamaria about killing her.
Scare tactics.
So scare tactics was also premeditation. It's scare tactics, and then if you say it and then it happens, what does that look like?
It's crazy because I only said that because he said that, and I was just
I
trying to tell her what her dad said.
I get it, but if you say I'm going to kill you, and then the child's dead the next day from injuries caused potentially by you, what does that look like?
It looks bad, but that's not what happened.
And then the last part, I think it said child neglect. So aggravated child abuse, child neglect, murder.
Is there anything else you want to say about any of this? You want to tell us anything's important?
I just know that I didn't do this. Like, I would never do anything to kill her. Like, those words came honestly because he had just told her that, and I knew she was scared from that. So when she did something wrong, I just used it. But I would never do nothing like that. I would never do anything. And then
Well, bitch, you can go to jail.
It came from me saying that and doing, like, she didn't pass away from me whooping her or disciplining her.
Yeah.
That day.
Yeah, so, and we can go this around and around and around. The cause of her death is based off the injuries she's received over a period of time by you and by the one. All that being said, yeah, it's a contributing factor.
But I wasn't abusing her over the time, though.
On the 15th, when you kick her down, punched her, or kicked her in the gut, kicked her in the back, stomped her head, grabbed her by her hair, dragged her across the floor, had the dog
Dang.
on her face, right? She's at the bottom of the stairs and she's lifeless and helpless and limp. And you're yelling at her to get up. Go upstairs, get the fuck up. This wants me to kill her.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so, question for you. Does that look good or does that look bad?
No, it looks bad.
Okay. Is that abuse?
Just words.
No, it wasn't just words. You kicked her repeatedly. You stomped her head. You kicked her in the back. You kicked her in the stomach. You dragged her by her hair across the floor, up the stairs. Like, so, That's abuse. I don't know how you want to define that. That's not discipline. That's not corporal punishment. That's not a scare tactic. That's straight up abuse. So if you're asking me honestly, did you abuse her? Yeah. Yeah. This wasn't like I hit her on the butt once with a belt and she moved, so I got her lower leg type argument. This is pretty bad. And the video is pretty
It's finna
bad.
be gang.
Tyshell was charged with first-degree murder, aggravated manslaughter of a child, and aggravated child abuse. Court records show she later pleaded not guilty to the charges and is expected back in court this spring. The state of Florida is seeking the death penalty. Detectives also chatted with Lawan in an audio-only interview, where we hear a little side of his story.
I've read your text messages. You confuse your stuff. You say it's in jest, but I have a dead child with injuries. I mean, that's not how a child's nipple is supposed to look. Is that? That's a nipple. Why does it look? Why do both your
never look like that?
Why do both your daughter's nipples look like that, and they're both around Tyshell? Why?
I'm not
Like,
defending
I don't even know like what causes that.
Okay, but I'm not defending her. Sir, honestly, I
got videos all day long inside the house of her screaming and yelling at your daughter. I got a video of her on the cruise ship grabbing your daughter by her throat. You're telling me she's not a bad person, but I can see the monster every day. She thinks your daughter is possessed.
I'm going off from what I see, sir.
But you're never there.
And that's the problem. Like oh my God, man, I can't believe I failed my daughter like this.
I get it, man. But you're telling me that you've been there for 7 months and you did not see a single mark on this child?
I told you about the whooping. I saw it.
This is not a whooping, man. So
this is something different. All of that has, but anything under her.
I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know. I can tell you what I think it is.
I would have never saw anything under her clothes. I don't go in the bathroom.
I know, I get it, but here's the thing is that a lot of these wounds are on her face, her ears, her neck, her shoulder.
That has to be new stuff. She was out of my sight.
Some of this stuff is old, man.
She was saying that she was acting out, but she wasn't saying she was doing nothing bad. Like, she was saying she wasn't listening.
Right, and in the phone conversation that you have with her, text message, she says, bro, I'm gonna kill this kid. Talking about Jamari to you. And she says, I just punched her so hard, made her fall over. And you said, shake my head, I can't believe she doesn't listen to you.
No. See, it must be something deleted because
It's not deleted, I have both sides of the conversation.
she said she punched her. I'll be at work when she be texting me.
Investigators aren't buying Lawan's ignorance claims either and charge him with aggravated manslaughter of a child. Lawan pleaded not guilty to the charge and is also expected back in court this spring.
Ooh, I won.
What's going on? Why'd you run away? Why not?
She's scared.
She's talking about being beat up. She's talking about having scissors to her throat. Talking about pulling you off of her.
Cops
and you telling
discover
her
house
to
of
get her.
horrors after young girl escapes.
Right. With scissors? How are they hurting you? Eating too much?
No?
It's 2 p.m. in Piedmont, Oklahoma, where police find a runaway child who reveals some alarming information.
Don't run, or I'll chase you and put you in handcuffs. I know you don't. Let's go talk about it. But until you're in my car, we're not talking. Stand up. Stand up! Yes, are you gonna listen? I don't want to yell at you. I want to be nice to you, but I'm not gonna chase you. Like, I'll tackle you before you have time to run. Do you understand? Okay. I don't want to do all that. I want to help you and figure out why you ran away and all that, but
Can we try at the police station?
we can talk about it in my car first. Okay. Do you need it? Is this any of your stuff? Okay. Let's go to my car. I have located her. Okay. I'm usually go around this building. What's going on? Why'd you run away?
I don't want to be there.
Why not?
She's scared.
She's scary. Who?
The one who takes care of us.
What's her name? What's scary about her?
I'm scared to get in trouble because she goes to the extreme. She goes very far when she gets into trouble.
Like what? What happens when you get in trouble?
Sometimes she locks us in a closet.
Locks you in a closet? For how long?
The longest I've been here has been like 4 days.
4 days? When did that happen? Most recently?
It was last year. It was around Easter.
And what did you get in trouble for that made that happen?
I was sneaking in my sister's food.
You were making them food?
I was sneaking in my sister's food that she gets from school.
Why'd you get in trouble for that?
Because I'm not supposed to.
Make food?
No, my sister, my little sister, she was bringing like snacks from school.
Yeah.
And I was having her keep it in the bedroom so I could have some. And so when she figured it out, she tased me and locked me in a closet for 4 days.
She tased you?
Police waste no time investigating the child's claims and question their foster mom, identified as 43-year-old Tina Ramirez. Let's see what she has to say.
Have you ever locked your kids in the closet?
No.
Okay. Why would they tell me they've been locked in the closet?
All of my kids said that.
More than one.
No. I've never locked any of my kids in the closet.
Okay. I found this letter. I'm sure you've read it. It was in your closet.
Yes.
Tell me about these letters.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, why is she saying all this horrible stuff is happening to her if...
She does that. It's how she vents.
Right. I mean, is it the truth?
I mean, those are old. I don't know. Like,
She's talking about being beat up. She's talking about having scissors to her throat. Talking about pulling you off of her and you telling her you would have killed her.
That's when we had an altercation.
Right.
We had an altercation.
With scissors?
No, there was no scissors. She was coming at me.
Okay.
We can't pull it off because she was holding my hair.
Okay.
Right? And, yeah, that did happen. That did happen, yes.
Damn, bitch, you gonna put all the blanks out there, ain't
How do
you?
you discipline these kids?
Let me get my
I know
10,
we
give me
talked
5.
about it earlier. Do you spank them? Do you hit them?
I need 5 more, don't worry about it, I'm finna get it.
Before,
Yeah.
more than
Don't
once.
you even worry,
My name was
sister.
off me, okay? And I held her.
I need to see if I find my stockings and
I
stuff.
had to hold her down.
Okay.
Okay? Other than that, no.
Okay, I just need 5.
What does dinner look like here?
Okay, girl, you ain't gonna let me get that 5.
But dinner, kids,
You ain't gonna let me get that 5?
most of the time the little ones like pizza, Hot Pockets, chicken nuggets.
Girl, she gonna work for that 5.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Come on, Ace Blank.
The big girls,
Jay,
She gonna play 6-5. That's cool. I'm going there and pull blank 5.
if you need it. I don't
I
know.
just did beans
Oh.
the other day.
You heard that right. Police
Oh, she ain't got no
uncovered a letter
fives
from
either.
one of the kids detailing the alleged
Come on.
abuse,
Damn.
including an incident where Tina allegedly held scissors to the child's neck.
2.
But that is far from the end of
Oh,
the story.
there you go. Bye.
The little ones eat at school, but the big ones, I'm getting up late and I ain't getting the time to work and everything. I make sure they get milk. It's not fair.
Ooh, I won. Yes, I did.
Tell me about this.
This one right here, I did take away the drinks from her because she was sneaking them. She writes stuff like this all the time, sir. You can talk to her about this. She does this all the time. She'll tell you.
So why'd you keep this one like it's important?
I didn't keep because
It was in the closet
I mean, I
with
kept,
all your important papers.
I kept all of these to show her and remind her, but I haven't got these out in forever, sir. I'm being honest, like,
I don't think you are.
I'm scared.
Well, probably because you've been abusing.
Hey, you
kids.
finna go to jail.
Look how skinny they are. You tell me you feed those kids.
I do.
Enough.
I wouldn't say enough. They like to eat noodles. What kid can get fat off of noodles?
My kids. I feed my kids noodles all the time. They're fatter than hell. At least not skin and bones like
They eat
this.
noodles and crackers with it.
And spaghetti and meatballs and Hot Pockets. pizza and hot dogs and all kinds of nutritious things. Those kids are malnutritioned, Tina.
Well, I give them canned vegetables. Does that count?
That's healthy, yeah.
Next, the officer reads a portion of the disturbing letter out loud.
I know, but here I am, and they don't have bedrooms, and they had cereal for dinner.
Well, that's what they wanted. They got the choice, the option, and they have the choice of that. That's what they wanted. It's always what they want. What do you want? I'm not cooking tonight. If they want cereal, they get cereal. If they want a bologna and cheese sandwich, sir, they get it. Ask all of them. That was their option.
You going to jail.
I'm not sure what she wanted. I said, what do you want? There's beans that from last night that I cooked. She was just saying, who's going to get to eat the beans now? She loves my cooking. My kids love my cooking.
Dear God, I think she's going to kill me. I didn't do anything. You and I both know that. I have been talking to you, praying, and trying to be polite, helpful, and respectful. I've been shutting out all the bad thoughts, but it's no use. But I won't let their negativity and discouragement stop me. This is my year for as long as I'm alive. I'm going to change, but I won't let anyone stop me. I want to change, but if she kills me, I know that I was making changes to make me better. I'm going to be kind and respectful still. She held scissors to my throat. Scissors, underlined, to my throat. She left bruises on my neck, along with cuts from her nails. She cut the inside of my lip, and now one of my front teeth is moving slightly. My nose is clogged with blood, and my ear is bright red with plenty of scratches on it. And it hurts so bad. I can't lay on that side of my head. You know I could get her in trouble for that. And the fact that she said, I'm going to kill her with at least 2 people besides me that can verify that. Then she whispered to me, if Katrina didn't stop me, I would have choked you till you passed out. And I'm the sick, twisted one, but no, I'm going to stay here just to prove what I can change.
Yes.
Tina, combine that with the fact that these kids have run away 7 times from you? How is any reasonable person supposed to think you're not starving and abusing these kids?
Okay. Mental abuse? I would say yes.
Bitch, you finna go to jail.
Has there been altercations? Yes, there has. Starving, like you said, I feed them, but it's not the food
But a year...
kids get.
No, I quoted the noodles you said. Okay, you said noodles, I said noodles. Okay, we're not...
Starving them, why do I have
If you're feeding them, why are they skinny?
Have you talked to them about that?
I have.
And what did they say?
That's not what we're talking about. I'm asking you questions right now. If you're feeding them, why are they skinny? Are you eating? Is your husband eating?
Yes.
Those boys are eating. At least it looks like it. I haven't looked at them real close. But those 2 older girls? You can't look at me and tell me they're eating enough. Tell me they're eating enough.
There's a time we thought they had parasites. I even bought them parasite medicine. It's around here somewhere.
Did they go to the doctor?
No.
When's the last time they've been to a physician?
Because it's been a while.
How long is a while?
See, I think the last time for was to get a shot in the dentist to get her retainer taken out. So maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
They haven't been to a physician in 2 or 3 years?
No.
Look how skinny they are. You thought they had parasites? And you didn't take them to the doctor?
I've had parasites.
You should go to the doctor if you have parasites. You should take your children to the doctor if they're skin and bones, Tina.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So why haven't you? Why aren't you feeding your kids?
Why haven't I taken them to the doctor? I have no excuse.
Okay. Why aren't you feeding your kids enough? Okay, you feed them. Why aren't you feeding them enough?
What is enough? Because, like I explained earlier, they were gorging.
Tina admits to locking up access to food and failing to take the kids to the doctor. But this officer is not letting up.
Are you feeding those kids enough?
Enough? Oh, okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What would be enough? Is 3 times a day enough?
Okay.
2 to 3 times a day?
So,
Because sometimes, like I said, in the morning, the girls will just have a glass of milk. Okay? But they have lunch and they have dinner. They never skip that.
Okay.
Never.
We're circling right back around to if they're not skipping meals and if they're getting fed enough, I wouldn't be able to see their bones through their skin like that.
Yeah. So maybe,
And-
like
and-
I should take them to the doctor.
Absolutely, I think you should take them to the doctor. You know, especially if they're skinny because there's something wrong with them. You know? If they're skinny because there's something wrong with them, they need to go to the doctor. If they're skinny because you're not feeding them, you need to go to prison. Right?
As the questioning continues, Tina takes a, let's just say, interesting approach, pointing the blame elsewhere.
But you haven't fed him enough either.
Okay.
Look at him. It breaks my heart. When I found that girl and she stood up, Tina, I don't know how you stay here with her like that. She's tiny.
She covers herself. She's always covering
But that
herself.
doesn't mean it's not there.
I know, but she covers herself. She does. I've been trying to get her to do more, drink more, eat more, and everything. Give her Gatorades and maybe some electrolytes. I did. Started buying more oranges and apples. Nutrients. Bought more canned food. Hey, you need to eat some vegetables. I have.
And then you keep it all locked up and you don't let them have snacks until you get home.
Well, I'm always home.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah. But I let them always choose. What do you want to eat? It's their choice. They choose.
Tina, please. I really am not trying to be mean to you.
I know
It's
you're
just
not. You're doing your job.
whenever you say things to me like, I let them eat, I let them choose, I let them this, like all I can think about is looking at how skinny they are. So like, they're not, and they haven't gone to the doctor, and there's locks on everything in this house, and I can't even count the cameras, I haven't started to. Like, these kids,
There was protection at first.
oh, well, I get,
But like I said, I started putting them in certain places because we had to.
and I get, having them so the kids don't run away. But now that I've been here, I kind of understand why the kids are running away. I don't blame them. I do run away too. Like, I just want to eat.
But when I've asked them why they ran away, it was never had to do anything with that.
Tina, they're not going to tell you because you're starving them.
Let's take a moment and rewind to earlier in the day.
Is she going to jail? That's what I want to know.
This year, I threw a Halloween party for the kids. It was really cool. I bought a bunch of Halloween decor, and I bought a projector, a huge 84-inch projector, because I bought the screen. But I had bought a projector Black Friday the year before, because I hadn't used it yet. So I did like cool stuff, decorated cupcakes, cool candies, and then set that up for them.
Because I've got 4 kids, I have to do that myself. But I do that through parenting, not putting locks on everything. I understand that these are some devious. Hang on, let me finish. Wait, just let me finish my thought, please.
No, absolutely.
I understand you got some devious kids causing problems. You got to take that extra step. I get it.
Yes.
But like the cameras, locks, they're running away constantly. They're writing letters, because they're out of options. They don't know what else to do anymore. Like they're expressing their feelings on paper because they've got no one to talk to because they don't go to school and they don't go to counseling and they don't go to the doctor and all they do is sit around here and get starved. And what am I supposed to tell anybody that asks me why you shouldn't go to prison? What do I tell somebody, Tina? Because I just didn't feel like taking them to the doctor?
No.
You've got $60,000, $80,000 cars in the garage, but you can't afford enough food, so you lock it up.
The interview keeps going on in circles until the officer decides he's had enough.
Thank you.
Let's reconvene tomorrow, because I'm getting frustrated and that's unprofessional. And I apologize for that.
Actually, you know what? You're doing your job.
Thank you.
You're doing your job.
Thank you, Tina.
You're also welcome. And you said my sister was on her way?
Jade, sister's
yes,
coming?
ma'am. Okay.
Okay, we're not going to leave. We're just going to quit this interview so I can calm down.
You're
I
okay.
appreciate you speaking with me.
No,
And
I appreciate you. I'm going to let you know, you have been very nice throughout this whole process. Something like this can be very uncomfortable, all of it from the beginning. And since you walked in my door, you have made this process comfortable.
I'm glad.
You're doing your job,
Right.
okay? That's your job. Serve and protect.
Bitch, go to jail.
Have run away over and over again, but it's wild, and I didn't think we would have this conversation because it's not. And like, how close are you?
Oh, not that close.
I know, but you're not telling me a distance,
Oh.
like what, inches? I think 6 inches is what you just showed
Yeah,
me.
we pop it. Like, oh, it's like, did you find it?
I did.
Yeah, it's little. It don't hit them.
Tina admits to holding a taser near the kids.
Oh, she be tasing them kids.
Tasering one in the eye. Police found that same, quote, small taser in an earlier search of the home. Take a look.
I guess that's coming with me.
But that's not all.
You need me to open the pantry? Fingerprinted?
Oh no, impressed mode.
You need me to open the pantry?
Officers found locks on the pantry and refrigerator doors. Investigators also found a pepper spray holster multiple cameras placed around the home, and logs documenting the kids' activities. Days later, police return to the home, and this time, it's not just a talk.
Okay. You and Anthony are coming with me. We're going to jail today.
We're going to jail?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just being straight with you. I don't want to argue and fight and all that, but that's what's going on this morning. So
Okay.
get some shoes on, what you need to do, and then we're gonna head out.
Okay, I'll get dressed.
Okay. I'm not gonna stay out here. I'm gonna come in just so I make sure you
That's
know.
okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
I'm glad you're here. At some point, you and I need to sit down and talk about this environment and your involvement in all of this. Your name has come up several times in my investigation, but you and I haven't had an opportunity to sit down and talk. You and I as well are going to have to sit down and talk. You're coming with me this morning. So go ahead and set your stuff down. You already got shoes on and everything? All right, put your stuff down right there. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Do I just,
You just go to jail, that's all.
Ah!
Hold that for me.
Tell motherfucker that you just go to jail. That's all. Yeah, she won. She said you go to jail. I'm gonna play one more game.
Okay, I know. I'll put him in his cage. No.
Oh yeah, she going to jail.
You're not gonna get the drink?
They going to jail.
Just making sure you got shoes on. You got shoes on? Right.
Yeah, that bag don't hold that heavy.
She can take care of that, right?
Okay.
Let's go with him to his car.
Oh, and he black. He black.
Can she
You
get
can
me
get a drink of water. Yeah, that's fine.
water? My purse is right there. Okay?
I don't think your hands are going to be back here.
No.
I'm going to get them in front of you, though.
Yeah. And can I take this or
Well,
give it to her?
you can give it to her or whatever you want to do.
You carry this for me?
If you want me to, or you can carry it right there.
You could go to jail.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Lock those so that, they don't get tight when you put your hands down. Separate them real quick. I gotta see in there.
To turn that off, you just say, hey, so you stop.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sweet.
The dogs stop. What happens, like, with the dogs?
You're going to have to sort that out with one of your family members or something.
Okay.
We don't have any animal control here in the city at
Oh, you
Piedmont
don't?
now. It's really surprising. We'll be in touch, okay?
You like on the opposite side?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can't send you guys back there. Can I take what? Is there room for both of them? Okay.
Can we open it?
Oh, I thought he was gonna do it. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, put yourself in there. Sorry about that.
Tina and her husband, 26-year-old Anthony Ebezico, are both whisked away to jail, where Tina declines to speak with investigators. Anthony, however, does agree to speak with police. Let's see what he has to say.
it's like, I can't catch a break. It's like,
Well, I didn't know about this stuff until Friday, whenever I got involved with it. That's the first time I got involved. Maybe if you and I had spoke Thursday and you were saying this situation's terrible and we need help, maybe this would look different. But the police got involved and found the conditions the way they were, and it's not good, Anthony. Okay? So, man, I really don't know what to tell you other than you should have done something, I think.
that thing, I'm thinking like, what should I have done? What should I have done? Because at the same time, I did make sure I told her, I was like, hey, like, I asked her.
You knew what you were getting yourself into, man. I mean, like, you should have taken him to the doctor. You should have taken him to somebody, a professional.
I'm not adopted. I'm not on that paper ass like that.
I know that, but you got to know the family before you even got married.
Right.
You got to know the family and made sure that was something you wanted to be a part of.
Right.
So when you marry a woman with kids, those are your kids, your stepdad.
She always takes them to the hospital whenever before the start of school.
That's for the babies, man, not the big ones. The big ones need to go to the doctor. No, and she told me that she thought they had parasites and that she never took them to the doctor, even then. I mean...
He 26 years old. He done married a woman well older than him. And she was starving them kids, locking shit up. Got adopted kids, and
I don't know what else to say.
they locking his ass up too.
Like lie? I can't lie.
No, I don't want you to lie. That's the last thing I want you to do.
Right. It's like, what do I say? What do I do? And
I wish that there was something.
And he ain't but 26.
Protect the kids.
And he from out of the country. That's what he get for trying to get Americanized. Finna take his ass to jail.
Thinking about it, let me see what I did to protect them.
You know, I'm just trying to think hard.
Things I did to protect them. I will never forget those times I did say, because I wanted, like, us to, I don't know if this is like protecting them. It's like me having to take them to buffets and stuff. I don't know if that's not protecting. That's
feeding them. Right.
But protection. Talking to them.
So you said you took them to buffets, but you know you also said Tina primarily took care of them at home. Did you ever prepare meals for the family?
I did. It's African food, and
not really their thing.
Yeah, he is an African. See, he an African, and he married that white lady, thinking he had hit the jackpot, trying to get his papers, and she was starving them kids. And now his ass for to go to jail with her. Come on, shit.
Has trouble determining what he did to protect the kids. It goes on to indicate he didn't really play a part in helping to feed the
And
family.
he 26.
And all I just did was that I just kind of made rice and just eat the steelers in the fridge, or I buy noodles. There's some African noodles that I eat, and that's I cook for myself, and that's it.
Okay. You know, you understand what you just explained to me, right? You don't feed the kids.
We feed the kids.
You don't feed the kids, right? You said it's her responsibility? Okay. But she's not feeding them either, is what it looks like.
She says she feeds them, and I did tell. I asked
Do you
her.
see her feed them?
Yeah, in front. There was one time when I had this argument with her, I watched her. She doubled, like, there was a time they were eating, like,
What argument were you having with her?
It's mostly about these kids, man. It's like, I was telling her, like, pretty much with the two, first I was like, questioning, like, why the hell do you have, why do you have to all these vlogs, blah, blah. And then she goes, well, it's because, every single time trying to run away, so I'm trying to stop it from happening. Then all of a sudden, cameras. Why do you have all these cameras? Like, what the
Is that not you? Is that her? Like, there's so many cameras. That's crazy.
That's so crazy, because I freaking had that argument about it. I argued with her. I said, hey, what this?
Damn.
This is not no fam. This is some prison or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
First of all,
Thank you.
the cameras. I was like, yo, okay, there's so much cameras, and she's like, yeah, because I use the cameras to watch it because that way, because they kept asking after they finished eating, they kept asking, like, stealing food from the little ones. Whenever the little ones are eating, they go into the kitchen and kind of give the little ones some side eye, and then the little ones would just act like they're full, and then the big ones take their food and eat it.
Because they're hungry, Anthony.
Because they ate.
But why are they... Man, Anthony,
just like you, I'm confused, man. I'm freaking confused.
Okay, alright, just listen to me. Okay. Let me explain kind of what I'm thinking. Because you tell me these kids run away all the time, and then time. Like, they're stealing food all the time. That just, like, they're stealing food all the time, and they're skin and bones. Like, they're hungry, Anthony.
Check this out.
Like,
They went to my her sister's house.
Yep.
She fed them. But tell me why the hell they're still stealing food from their cousin's place?
Because whenever you came from a good home, so I don't expect you to understand this, but when kids over time don't get enough food, it's kind of like a dog. Like, have you ever had like a dog or an animal that went too long without food and stuff, and they just went eat, and you gotta kind of stop them because they'll eat too much and they'll throw up, and it's so whenever an animal or a child or whatever has gone without adequate food, they're gonna want to eat everything all the time, just as a psychological thing. Like, they're used to not getting enough, so they always want more. Does that make sense? Like, any chance they get for food, they're gonna be like, oh, I need to grab that because I'm not gonna get to eat tomorrow, or I'm not gonna have enough, or I'm still hungry, or I'm not in those kids' head, but I can imagine kind of how they're thinking, and it makes sense to me from my side why they're stealing food, because they're habitually not getting fed enough. They're hungry. Does that concept make sense to you?
Yes, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. I never dealt with them like this before. I don't know where to begin. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. All I just know is that my whole goal for this was to have a good family. Like, to turn something that was bad back to being good. That's all I wanted.
Have you ever hit the kids?
No. The only time that I hit the kid was because of he got expelled from school, and I was just kind of mad because it's like I didn't hit him so much, but at the same time it's just kind of like that.
Tina and Anthony were both taken into custody for multiple counts of child abuse and neglect. Tina was additionally charged with assault and battery with a deadly weapon. At last check, both Anthony and Tina are expected back in court this winter.
No, my dad got pushed up, hit the plate, and then she grabbed the plate. It was like out of a movie.
It's just before 11 p.m. in Palm Beach County, Florida. Police get called to a wedding where a melee broke out over prime rib.
I got assaulted. You got assaulted. Okay, what happened? He hit me and his wife. Who's him? Which guy? Mark Rose.
This is 34-year-old Macario Cohen. On December 31st, 2024, Key West police were on patrol during late hours on New Year's Eve when they took notice of a gray Honda Civic driving with a license plate infraction. Upon making contact with Macario, officers immediately notice he seems nervous and learn he is on probation. Watch how the couple turn against each other as cops completely wreck their start to 2025.
Hello, sir. Key West Police, how are you guys tonight? Hey, so the reason I stopped you, okay? So your license plate. You have a sticker on the upper left-hand side. But the same thing twice over. Okay. And this is my girlfriend. Okay. Do you live down here? No, I came visit for okay, gotcha. Nobody's got warrants, right? No. All right, beautiful. You're on probation. What you on probation for? Lobster. What's that? Lobster? Yeah. Okay. What? Let me ask. What happened with the lobster? It was illegal. I bought them off somebody. And they got you for it? Yeah. But the judge knew. I was honest with her. Told her I got him. Okay. Okay. But you're still on probation for it? Yeah. All right. On my registration. I just got off. Oh, you just got off? Okay. No. I just got out of incarceration. I understand. You were in jail for that? Well, there's something you're not telling me. No, write my name. Don't play. Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Did you get
your ID, ma'am? Oh, you got it? Okay, thank you. All right, give me just a minute. Hey, real quick, are you on pretrial or anything? I'm on misdemeanor probation. You're on misdemeanor probation? Are you? So it's showing with the state that you currently have a sanction, or it's going to be sanctioned for a robbery charge. No. No? No. Oh. No. I'm gonna look closer, okay? Look closer. Okay. Okay, I'm just asking, okay? I'm not getting no trouble. Okay, gotcha. All right. New Year's. Look at man. I'm just telling you what I saw. That's why I'm talking to you first before I ask. Okay. Do you guys have any weapons in the car at all? All right, perfect. All right. There we go.
Officers asked the couple to exit the vehicle as K9 Jigsaw arrives on scene to conduct an exterior sniff of the vehicle.
Good night, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. I might be finna win.
Okay. Well, don't let her go in or anything.
Wait a minute. I might be finna win. I win, I play again. I lose, I go to sleep. He got ace deuce.